Hey up everyone, and welcome back to the North. Today we're going to try something a little bit different. Today I've decided to start a little bit of a mini-series where each episode is going to be sort of a one-shot, where we're going to have a look and have a little bit of a deep dive into some games that are coming out pretty soon or have already come out quite recently. And the first one we're going to look at is Mech Mechanic Simulator. Now, usually, I'm not really a big fan of the whole car mechanic simulator where you rebuild cars and stuff like that. But, as some of you are probably aware, I am a big fan of mechs and anything to do with Mecha. I was very tempted to do a Battletech playthrough, and I still might in the future, but this will cure the itch for the time being, I do believe. So let's have a bit of a look into it. So it's the prologue just for now. The actual Mech Mechanic Simulator, according to the Steam page, will come out later on in March in about 3 weeks' time. But the prologue you can download for completely for free off Steam. It's not a very big download as well, so you'll be playing it in absolutely no time. I had a quick try of it just before I started this, just to get sort of the bearings. I accidentally took out too many pieces in some cases. It's quite funny. It's sort of like you learn every time you repair a different robot. So let's have a look at it. Let's get into it. Yep, that's fine. We even have like the aesthetic look of like if people have ever played Battletech, they do have like
Your competitors were not as lucky as you are, and they are still sitting in their holes. And you got this gem.
Well, that remains to be seen, I suppose. Come on, then. God. If I'm the person who made you, I made you slow.
You know how hard it was to find this place? And unregistered mechanics are still being prosecuted by the authorities. Since you're operating in a somewhat gray area,
that's me.
They'll surely make me your partner in crime. Screw me apart and make me a blender or some other tool. Just be careful, okay?
I could think of a better tool than a blender. Right, let's have a look at the workshop. So this is the main area, to be fair, as we'll see very shortly. There's like a small office up there, there's like a tool station over there, there's a few places I didn't even get to have a look at. I'm just going to show you what it looks like outside. Here we go. It is Johnny Blade Runner outside. I'm a big fan. Multipass. I just saw the multipass. I just saw the Fifth Element reference. That's quite good. There's probably loads of references there. There you go. There's the sex industry thriving in most cyberpunk situations. Tiger's spirit, dragon's breath. Yeah, this is great. I love the aesthetic of cyberpunk and like dystopian futurism. It's great. So, we don't have a license for playing solo, we're in like this weird grey area. Yeah, I'm not going to continue the tutorial, I think I'm confident enough as to where I'm going to be. So the way you got started is, you got to go to the computer, you can click it, or you can click E to access it, and you pick your first mech to repair. Now, we need to get to 25,000 to actually get a company license, which gives you more availability to do stuff. Each place has certain parts, so for example, the Centurion's got one part, the Legacy's got 3 parts, the Centurion's got 1 part, the Centurion's got 1 part, but there's also cleaning the mechs, and cleaning them is actually weirdly quite cool. Let's start with a Centurion and cleaning the mech. I haven't done a Centurion before. Oh, look at it! It looks absolutely baller. I mean, it's dirty as balls, but it looks amazing! Right. The only thing I have noticed is there's no jump button, which, you know, it would be super helpful for maneuverability. Then again, if we're going for realism, I'd probably die if I fell off there. Unless I have cyber legs. So I've got no legs. Okay. Okay, so you see the robot? First things first, we gotta clean it. With a load of water. So you gotta get all the way around it. It'll eventually tip up to like 100%. Eventually, come on. What part? There we go. It's like a different thing. Look at it. And then once we've done that, we've got to scan it to figure out where the broken piece is, and then remove the ligament, as it were, onto one of the tables, and then break it open, find it, replace the part. So let's see if I can find the old bad part. Where are you? Is it in the gun? Oh, it's in the gun. railgun? Is it a railgun? I feel like it might be a railgun. So it's in the left arm, so I'm going to click the left arm, and I'm going to add it to the workbench. I now need to make sure the left arm comes off. Sometimes there's little screws that you need to pop out before you can actually remove anything else, so I'm just going to pop those out. There we go. The music is also very pleasing for this sort of like cyberpunk aesthetic. It's really cool. There we go. I'll just pop the cables off, and it should just come out. There we go. Johnny Expert. This would be a dream job if it was a real job. Oh well. Born 100 years too early, apparently. Right, let's take a gander. So, we can see that it's the piping here, and I need to reach that bad boy. Hang on. Nope. I need to do that. Is there a way to... Is that zoom out? Okay. How am I getting to that thing? Can I just get around? 'Cause it's not exactly in a weird... God, can I just grab it? Nope, I can't just grab it. That would have been too easy. What if I pop these off? It's a little bit trial and error-y with some of this stuff. Okay, what's holding it in? That? Right. What's good about it is if you're trying to take off a piece, it'll highlight in red the part you need to remove before you can actually get it. And then it'll keep going around until you finally got to a green part. So for now, for example, I can now actually just pop this straight out, which is actually super easy. Pop, pop. There we go. Now, I'll change the fitting, click it in. This is the cable we don't want to put in, so what I need to do is I need to search for the shop to find what I need. Now you gotta pay to make money sometimes. So for the time being, I will have to buy a new cable, pop that in there, and then we've just gotta rebuild the thing. You've gotta always make sure to try and put it back how it was before, you know, it got here. Because if you don't rebuild it properly, then the customer is not going to be a happy bunny.
You did pay the rent, right?
I thought you were paying the rent. There we go. That one was quite a simple job. It was only one thing, and we only had to clean the mech. But that is it fixed. So now I can get off this bad boy. I said I can get. Come on. Space. Enter. Click. Roll. Oh, it's right click. Okay, cool. And then come over here. Go back into there. Go back to assembly. We click the left arm. It's disconnected. And then all we'll have to do is put the pieces back on that we took off to remove the arm. So the cabling, that little bit there, that little bit there, and the screws. And that is that for the first mech. Mission accomplished. Now all we need to do is go to the office and complete the task. If you don't complete it properly, you miss some parts out, you don't clean it, you don't so on and so forth, you'll lose the money you earn, it's kind of pointless, you'll end up in the hole. And then finish job. It'll get carted away, back through space, well not space, but the skyline at least. Back to war. I'm assuming it's a war mech. It's got 2 railguns on its side. There we go. I would say that's a pretty good start. Let's have a look at another one. Let's see if there's a more difficult one. Argus. That's got 3 to repair. And clean it. Yeah, let's go for this one. This one's good. It also looks pretty rad. Oh, look at that bad boy. It looks a bit like it looks a bit like if the Big Daddies from Bioshock were mechs instead. Kind of. It's very dirty. I can't wait to see what it looks like under all that must. Let's have a gander. Come on, shower time! Oh man. Give that a bit of a wash his feeties. There we go, look at that, nice and green. Maybe like a forest insurgent mech? That'd be pretty cool. Commando mech. Okay, so there's 3 parts in this one, so I've got to find... There's one bit. Oh, the whole foot needs repairing, that's going to be interesting. Oh, and the inside of the actual chassis, or the chair? Something like that. Right, so... With left leg, there's 2 pieces in the left leg we need to repair, but since it's on the same leg, we can do it at the same time as just removing it. We'd have to like remove it twice, put it back on, so on and so forth. So now I need to figure out how to take the leg off. Come on, pop off. Oh, there's a cable tie. That's quite neat for a robot. Oh, is that it? Are you telling me all that's holding the leg onto this robot is a cable tie? That's quite dangerous. Right, oh god, I can't see what's going on. How do I get this thing off? How the hell? Oh, let's pop these screws out. And then pop that off. And I assume these need to come off. And it might just kind of remove itself. There we go, that's what we need. Oh, it's like the AI core, I suppose. Control case. Well, I'm going to look at the control case, because I've not had to work on one of these before. Let's have a look. Oh. So, this is the part we need to get to. It shouldn't be too hard to just rip out, I guess. It's all the way in there. I can't grab it. Right. Let's just rip out this bit here. Off you pop. Can I grab that? I mean, I guess I'll just take the complete thing off completely. Right, I need to remove the wiring on this side. Oh, it just comes off completely. And then pop this off. There we go. Right. Now, we need to buy a new one. That'll cost us a cool $2,800. Dollary dues. Pop that back on. And then we're in business. Looks even better than that one. And then all we gotta do is rebuild this bad boy. Pretty sure that was how it was when we left it. I hope so. Now we can move on to this one. Right. So we've got an injury. We've got something to repair there. We've got something to repair there. I mean, it's a robot injury. Alright, so I need to unscrew these screws. I mean, they're kind of screws.
I should be the boss here.
Mate, who's doing all the work? I don't see you fixing your robo brethren. Like, I'm doing it for him. I'm the robot doctor round here. Can I just take off the foot now? Nice. Wait, not nice. I'm missing something. Why can't I... Oh, hang on. Do I have to rip out the whole foot? Is that a thing? This is the part where I'm just going to accidentally take apart the whole thing, but hey. If it means getting into the bad boy, then I'll take it. Gotta be very precise with these screws, because they're only in there specifically. And they're like double-edged screws, so like, you gotta do it on both sides. It's a pretty cool locking mechanism. Right, now I should just be able to take out this part of the armor. Which means I should be able to unhook it from the inside. Should. There we go. Let's get that part off. Get that part off. I need to get the wires off now. Hang on. What are the wires connected to? Oh my god, this is actually a much bigger job than I expected. So I'm going to have to completely remove this as well. God, I hope I remember to put all this stuff back on. Right, so the wires have got to go. I've also got to take off the cable ties. And then pop this off. Off you come. It's also quite a therapeutic game to play. I feel very chilled out playing this, especially with the music in the background and just the general overlay and feel of it. It just feels really chill. I'm quite happy with it. Okay, so there's still a part there I need to take out. And now the leg, or the foot even, the footsie, off it comes. And we just give it back like that. I'm sure it can just have like a peg leg for the rest of its life. It's a robot. Robots. Right. So, how expensive is a foot? 8% off. That's quite cheap for a foot. Good. don't want to spend loads of money. Where's the other piece? Oh, it's all situated all the way up there. There's no point even trying. So let's get everything fitted back in. This might take a hot minute. There's a lot of wiring to do. And a lot of tape. There's a surprising amount of tape in this mech. But nobody, I suppose nobody sees that part. Pop that back on. Pop that back on. There were no screws for that, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. And there was the armor. And there was that part. I feel like I missed something. I feel like there was an armor piece that went on here. Yep, there it is. Whew, and to think. Pop that on there. Pop it on there. And then we just need to get those side screws back in. And that should be... Oh. Let's get the screw back in. That should be the leg back together from what I can tell. I don't think I've left any parts out. Now, we need to get to the gooey insides of the top part. As to how, I assume this bit's going to have to come off to even think about it. So let's get the screw out. And no doubt there's one on the other side. Oh, one on the top as well. Hang on. You gotta be super precise to grab it. You can zoom in. Just make it a lot easier. And now, I should just be able to pop the top. Pop the hood of the leg. There we go, perfect. Straight into the gooey piece on the inside. No problem at all. Alright. So yeah, chassis. Chassis's 1500. I can afford that. Pop that back on. Pop that back on. Pop the screw back in there. Pop the screw back in there. Eventually, I haven't got to the part where I can...
start practicing my violin at work.
Please don't. I'm enjoying the music. Do not ruin the moments. There we go. One whole mecha leg. Ready and serviced. And cleaned. So now, I just need to pop them back on. Assembly. Left leg. Now, if I recall, the left leg is literally just some tape that's holding it on. But we won't tell anyone about that. Yeah, literally just put these on. And then tape it up. This is at least the control case is held in with a little bit more than tape, I suppose. So let's get it back on. Pop, 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 and go. Screw it in. There we go. I don't think I missed any pieces, as far as I'm aware. I think it's all nice, well, and sat in. We're about to find out, anyway. If I missed a piece, there'll be some serious deductions. Eventually, what you can do with the crap that you take out of the old mechs, you can sell it. Like, so you can sell the old parts to make some money for it. Yep, done all that stuff. Finished the job. Off it goes. Back to the jungle? I guess. Very light green jungle. It's like a mint ice cream jungle. There we go. Money, 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 money. Easy peasy. Let's see what we've got next. Ooh, I've got enough money to make a company. I think I will just do one more, just so we're not in the hole. What you can always do is you can always click I, and that gives you access to the shop straight away. You can take loans, and you can also sell parts. So all the parts I've taken out of the robots, or currently the no-bots, you can sell, or you can keep them, and eventually you get an area where you can repair them, use them, so on and so forth. It's quite in depth from what I'm gathering. I'm going to do one more. We've done Centurion already, we're doing Argos. They're both, okay. In that case, I'll make it nice and quick then. Is that 3, or is that just several parts? That's several parts. Alright, you know what? I'll do several parts on the Centurion, because there was only one part wrong with the last one. And no doubt it probably needs a clean, like all the rest of them, because apparently there's a huge desert conflict going on. Ooh, it looks like it might be green. Secretly? I can't tell. We're about to find out. Let's have a look. Cleaning. Good thing water's infinite in the future, and there's not a water shortage in this year, where we are now. So the part where it says 2021 somewhere inside the screen, and I can't see it. Alright, let's see where the damage is. Alright. Listen out for the heartbeat. Well, I actually can't find it. Okay, well there's one thing. There's another thing. Okay, so there's one in one leg, there's one in another leg, and there's one in the right one of the railguns. So what I've got to do here, since I've only got 2 workbenches, I've got to basically make a choice. I'm just going to take both legs off to begin with. And then I can put the legs back on and then take off the arm. Come on, pop off. There we go. At least that one's held in a little bit better. I was starting to get the feeling that they're all held in by glue at this point. Go around to this one, pop these screws out. It's like a professional would, I guess. And a big old screw, pop that out. And then, off it comes. Now, fortunately, because it's the future, the mechs can be held up in a gravity field, so we don't just fall over when I take the legs off. Observez-vous. Right, let's get cracking. So this one's got a faulty, this one's got a faulty cable in there. I should just be able to take this bit off and reach it. Just hoping this just pops off and the wire's just staring at me in the face. Oh, kind of. Hang on. Oh no, I can just I can give it a bit of a reach around and get into it. Come here. Come here. There we go. All I've got to do is... Oh, I've got another one from the old one. I'm not going to replace it with that one though, because it's not much better. Now all I need to do is put the tape back on, pop the armor back in.
I can walk up and down the stairs. There is nothing that can stop me.
Circular stairs. Alright, that's that one fixed and done. That leg was nice and easy. Let's see what this one's like. This one's also like a wacky cable. I might be able to reach it if I take off the grill. Yep, it's right there. What's stopping me? There's something in there that's stopping me. Oh, this has to come off. Okay, in that case, I'm going to put the grill back on. Take this off very quickly. Yank, yank. And then, can I just pop the wire out? Oh no, that needs to come off anyway. Bloody hell. Make myself do so much more of a job. Right, that can come off. I should just be able to carefully remove the right cable, not the wrong cable, the right cable. Come on. Yep, got it. Oh, you always got to pull up and down for some of the things. There we go. And now, let's get this bad boy replaced. Somehow. It lets me replace the damn thing. Right. God, these Centurion cables break so easily. Like, maybe you should look into, you know, making better versions. Pop that back on. I need to pop that grill back on. And I need to pop the top back on. Oh, drill it back in. And then I can pop the legs back on. And then I can remove the arm because I'll have given myself space to work. There we go. Let's pop the legs back on. Let's not put the legs on the wrong way. Although I don't think you can do that, but I think it would be quite funny for it to go into wall like that. Let's get that screw back in. Oh, screw back in. I'm going to take the right arm off now quickly. We've done this before. It's very much just 2 screws and a wire. So pop that off. Pop the armor off. Pop this part of the armor off. Pop the cables out. I almost ate my own words then. There we go. I'm going to put the left leg back on, because now it's repaired. Pop these back in. Pop that back on. I'm going super speedy now, because I'm starting to get the rhythm. And the rhythm is infectious. So, now, all we got to do is replace this wire here. Can I just yank it out? What will happen if I just yank it out? No? Too easy, eh? Okay. So I need to get in there. I imagine I can just take this off, and I might be able to reach the other side of the wire. I might just need to disconnect it on both ends. Which shouldn't be too much of a hassle. He says as I'm now taking the whole back end of the railgun off, but hey, it's all a learning process. Okay, where the hell's the cable? What's stopping it from coming out? Seriously. It's not really saying. Have I taken the whole back off for no reason? Hang on. I might have. Ah, for God's sake. Yank it out. And just like that, I've realised how much of an idiot I am. God, once again, Centurion cables. Someone's getting gypped here. Alright. Put that back on. Put that back on. Yeah, go on, I'll rebuild the back of the railgun, or whatever this thing is, because otherwise I'm sure the customer will be very unhappy that when they fire it, there'll be no proper exhaust, and they'll probably die, so... And then they'll hold me accountable, and I'm a shady black market repairman currently, because I've got no license. I don't want to go to jail.
You seem very quiet lately.
I'm literally talking constantly. My voice is tired. Right, let's pop the arm back on. And then all we need to do is rig up the wires. Pop, 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 pop. Done. And just like that, you have brand new, perfect Centurion. Although brand new is an overstatement, and only 3 parts in there are brand new. And it's a little bit cleaner, but I'll take a payday. Whoop. Click that, finish the job. To Dahowski. Assume it's a military contract and not just a housing contractor. And now we have oodles and oodles of money, so we can actually get a license, a mechanics license, which means we can gain reputation, more advanced jobs, and we can purchase more stations, like actual repair stations and stuff. So buy the license, and then you can create your own logo and stuff, which is pretty cool. You've got little reds, you've got all the tertiary, primary, and secondary colours. Like, it's pretty cool. It's pretty damn cool. Ooh, hello. Got all the background stuff. There's quite a lot. Oh, that's okay. So there's a finite. There's a finite amount, but it's more than enough to make it quite customizable. See what we've got. See if there's like a helmet or something. Falcon, guns, arm, eye of Horus, mechanics. Don't know what that is. Okay, well not perfect. Suppose that'll do. And then there's a few more of these. That's pretty like 16-year-old edge of me to do, so let's move that away. Ah, oh, this is cool. Ah, I like that. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that. And then obviously you can rename it to like your own company name. And we'll call it Soul Cybertronics. Ah, Soul Cybertronic? That's not a thing. How about I just call it Soul Cybertronic? Oh no! I'll take Soul Cybertronics. I will take that. Accept! And just like that, we now have our own license. And technically company, I suppose. So you can change the logo whenever you want. You can change the workshop colours. So, like, I will change it to red, because red and... Ooh, there's tertiary and a fourth one. So what does that change? That changes, like, the decals. Get a bit of a pink vibe to it. Ooh, purple. I'm always a big fan of purple. Or gold. Red and gold. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, the mechanic shop of a champion.
Can you pay for my maintenance?
No. You come very last. So, I'm assuming a lot of these might be locked down to the fact that this is just the prologue and not like the main game. No doubt, and also Global Market and Garage is also completely not accessible. Do recall that this is just the prologue, and the full game will be out in a few weeks. Doesn't stop you from still doing like all these. I'm just gonna see if by making the company I can now like repair items at one of the benches, perhaps. Let me have a quick look. A little bit extra here, a cool little bench here. Not well, quite from what I see. These are where all your stuff's kept. I'm not seeing like an extra... Oh, what's up here? Now I see. Nice little office. I don't know why there's a bunk bed. Robots don't need to sleep. Why do you have a bed? You don't need to sleep. You're a robot. Yeah, it's quite a wide environment. Big fan. And I also just love looking outside. The music's really cool. The vibe is really well set as soon as you get into the game, quite honestly. And if you're either a big fan of Mecha, like I am, or if you're just a big fan of like the car simulators, where you can, I think I press that, where you can just repair cars and it gets increased in difficulty, so it goes from just taking off the hood to literally pulling apart the entire car to rebuilding the entire car. I imagine that's sort of the level of difficulty this game will go. It'll go from simply pulling out wires like I was, badly, and then going to actually completely taking apart an entire leg and completely rebuilding it, and then being able to use all the broken parts from the old mech to either repair them or sell them and shove them into new mechs, which can save you more money down the line. I feel like that's the way it's going to go, and I'm all for it. I've only seen 3 different mechs and I'm already sort of sold on the idea. I'm sure there's going to be a lot more in the main game. But yeah, this is Mech. Mechanic Simulator Prologue. As I say, it's free to download on Steam and it's quite a small size, so feel free to give it a try yourself. I will link the download inside the description. And I will also check again to see when the release date is as well. Otherwise, if you've enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like, feel free to leave a comment as always. Feel free to subscribe to the channel as well to continue to support everything I'm doing. Feel free to let me know if you want to see more of these one-shots instead of just big old playthroughs of games. When this gets released, I might even pick it up as a playthrough. Who knows? We'll see. But for now, it's ciao for me.